Alright, and welcome back to, well, the time skip ended about 3 days earlier than I had wanted, but that's because we're about to face another horde. So, as you can see here, we've been expanding our colony for just a little bit. We are currently trying to expand so that we can cover as many areas as possible, especially with our shock towers. These shock towers are actually going to be instrumental to protecting our colony, especially the outer walls of the colony. So, right now we're about to face a horde coming in from the west. I don't know which direction west they're going to be hitting from. Okay, looks like they're going to be hitting here, which will be a good chance to test out, well, just testing out what our colony can do. Unfortunately, my rangers will not be able to make it in time. In fact, none of my troops will be able to make it in time, but I'm still going to rush them back as fast as possible, just so I can hopefully try and hold them off. But in any case, here comes the horde. They are going to be trying to batter down our defenses, but let's see what our shocking tower can do. See how well our shocking tower holds out. Oh, that's quite a bit of damage. Oh dear, it looks like actually the walls are not actually going to hold up. We are facing a bit of a problem on the south side here. And this is actually good information to learn for later on. Speaking of which, I need to research that Thanatos while I'm at it. So, find my foundry. Thank you for saving game. Please end the save. Thank you very much. Now, where did I put my foundry? Ah, there we go. So, Thanatos as well. Thanatos will definitely help you out if you're playing this. So I believe this wall will hold. It's this wall now that I am worried about. In fact, it has broken down. So I'm going to try to see what my rangers can do. Snipers are nowhere near the front line, so they will not be able to help me out here. And we are in a bit of a pickle, but that is why I built these multiple layers of walls, just in case an accident like this happens. We may lose this section of the colony, but at least we'll contain it. It will be contained. Alright, so far so good. Nothing serious is being destroyed, even though we are losing sections of our colony. This is to be expected. But that is why I indeed built, well, why I built these multiple walls, just in case something bad happens. In case pardon the language, but in case something bad happens, we at least can contain it. So, okay, so all things considered, this wasn't a horrible outbreak. Alright, all things considered, that went pretty well. So, lesson learned, and we learned quite a bit. So that section is rather susceptible to, well, being overrun. So we learned a little bit more. I'm going to plant a shocking tower, and I'm definitely going to upgrade these two to executor towers. But we learned a lot about our defenses. They can come from that direction, and that's bad for me. They can overwhelm me over there, but at least it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst. And since I won't be able to get a chance, I'm gonna get those resources. And this is basically pretty much what you want to use these horde waves for. This is what you want to use the horde waves for. Learning where your weaknesses are, and so you can reinforce them. I learned that this particular section was horribly underprotected. 2 ballistas were nowhere near enough to hold that wall, especially with the rangers that had to go all the way around. So I'm going to plant a shocking tower here. I'm going to build up walls there. And I will see you all in another time skip. I will see you all on day 97. So time skip away. Welcome back to, yep, another day in the colony. Unfortunately, it's not a very friendly day, as we are facing another horde of infected attacking us from the east. I've already pulled back my rangers, are trying to pull back my snipers. They have a bit of a ways to go, but they should be able to make it in time. And I have no idea which section of wall they will hit, but either way, we have to be prepared for them. And it looks like I guessed correctly with the rangers at the very least. They are hitting this section of wall, so I know which section of wall to defend with a shocking tower. When I get the chance to defend with a shocking tower, at least. I can already see that this shocking tower is proving its worth in weight. Yes, indeed, I know they are trying to break through. They are quite exceptionally interested in breaking through. But hopefully we will be able to keep them from breaking through. The walls on this section are starting to give. And it looks like they have broken through, so I desperately need a shocking tower right there. And we are starting to lose rangers. We're starting to lose some ground, but I think we've held. Okay, and we have held. Alright, so that takes care of yet another horde, so I will do another time skip. I will see you all in a bit. Bye-bye. Actually, yeah, I will see you on day 105, depending on if or not that was the final wave before the final wave. So I will see you on day 105. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final hours of colony, well, this colony. I don't exactly have much of a name for it. But in any case, welcome back to the final hours. We are on day 107. We have passed the final milestone. There is nothing more we can really do for this colony other than wait and hope that our defenses hold. We have upgraded a lot of our towers, our ballistas, to executor towers. Unfortunately, we pretty much don't have a lot of pretty much anything else to be able to build further out. We don't have the income or the resources to actually expand further outward, so what you see is all we're going to be able to afford and get. However, we are pretty much prepared for everything else. We have shocking towers at pretty much every conceivable attack point. There's one right here. You can't really see it very well, but it's right there, so it covers that wall. There's no shocking tower for this one, but then again, this wave will pretty much be, if they come from this side, they'll have to either go between this one and attack this shocking tower, or through here and attack these two towers as well as the ballistas and snipers. I have snipers at pretty much every conceivable point, covering any of the shocking towers and any weak areas. We have a total of 20 Thanatos, and I've spread them out as evenly as I can to be able to cover as much ground and as much firepower as I need to. There's no Thanatos right here. I can't really spare any more Thanatos. And finally, we have a core of at least 28 rangers to act as an emergency response unit for any wall that's in need of, any wall that needs assistance. As the numbers of the infected wear out from the outer walls, I will pull units from there and even destroy some towers to build emergency defensive towers at some of the interior walls, just in case. The weakest wall that I am worried about is this one, because unlike the other one, there is no secondary wall to actually protect against if the worst should happen. There's like a secondary line of walls for each of the other walls, but this one, if this wall falls, this little village here that I've constructed to basically just help me build up some more resources, income, and just generate more workers. As you can see, I've used up all of my workers. Will be overwhelmed if the worst should happen, which is precisely why I built this executive tower right here, just in case. But if the worst should happen, this town will fall, and it will pretty much become a snowball. There are some ballistas here, and thank you for saving game. There are some ballistas here to act as a last line of defense for this little village, but if the worst happens, we're gonna have to cut our losses, build up an emergency wall, and just pull everything back to defend the command center, because it's a straight line from here to the command center if this wall falls. So without further ado, I shall see you all on Judgment Day. And welcome back. It is Judgment Day. Judgment Tower is upon us. We have 4 hours left before the final horde has approached. Unfortunately, I noticed there was a small gap in my defensive line, as you can see. I've built a couple of lookout towers so that we can watch as the horde approaches. Unfortunately, I noticed that we left a huge section of the infected alive down on the south. And because of that, I am a little more worried about the south, so I've built up some emergency towers right here, built up an emergency shocking tower right here, and I am going to be starting to pull my rangers back to the south. But in any case, without further ado, let's watch the infection and watch the horde. Watch Judgment upon us. I will now be silent. Wish the colony good luck. Here we go.
You are going to pay me for this, right? Okay.
They are infecting our buildings. They are attacking the colony defenses.
Gotcha.
Our defenses are being attacked.
Are you sure?
Our colony is succumbing to the infection. They are trying to break into the building. Shh. I'm hungover. They are trying to break through. Wow. Oh yeah. I smashed it last night. The walls are under attack.
Here we
The
go
colony
again.
is under attack. They are attacking the colony defenses. The infection is spreading across the colony. They are trying to break into the building.
Ready to burst some infected. Oh yeah.
Our defenses are being attacked.
Okay.
Attention.
Yes.
Let's put this awesome body to use.
They are trying to
I'm
break
awesome,
through.
you know it. Yes,
Units under attack.
that's all.
The walls are under
Stop
attack.
staring at my muscles.
Our buildings are being attacked.
Roger that. Wow.
They are attacking the colony defenses.
I'm going good. I'm the freaking boss.
Our defenses are being attacked. They are
You are
infecting
gonna
our
pay me for
buildings.
this, right? Gotcha.
Stop staring at my muscles.
They are trying to break through. The colony is
Let's
under
put
attack.
this awesome body to use. Oh, not sleeping, just resting
The
my
walls are under attack.
Okay.
They are trying to break into the buildings.
They got me.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
smashed it last night.
They are attacking the colony defenses.
Wow.
Our buildings are being attacked.
Let's put this awesome body to use.
Our defenses are being attacked. Our colony is succumbing to the infection. They are trying to break through.
You. Okay. Let's do this. It's better be good. Great.
The walls are under attack.
Oh, more orders.
What do you want? An autograph? Wow. Let's put this awesome body to use. I need to explode this cow.
What do you want?
They are attacking the colony defenses.
Whatever you say, as long as you pay me. Yes. Straight to the heart. Roger that.
Our
Yeah.
defenses are being attacked. They are trying to break through.
And there you go. You have survived. The colony has endured. We lost quite a few colonists in the process. We lost many soldiers at the end there. The south was overrun, as I suspected it might be overrun. But as you saw, I built that secondary line of wall just in case. That is why you want to prepare your colony. People who are much better at this game will be able to do that without building a second layer of wall. However, I find that second layer of wall really helps you out in the long run. So as you can see, I did play with a score factor of 130%, As you can see, I also played with 120 days, and the reason why I got the 130% score is because I set the infected population to brutal, so that increased the number of the hordes, increased the number of present infected. It just made things so much more difficult in the long run, but those extra 20 days really help you prepare for the horde. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed how to survive. I will see you all maybe next time, my fellow colonists and tacticians. I will see you all around. Bye-bye!